Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I just put this morning 2 pork butts on the smoker, and they are smoking away right now. I am cooking. I'm smoking these butts for New Year's Eve. I do not have any fireworks, but I just saw a fireworks commercial, and I thought about maybe getting some, but I don't know if I've got time to do that today. Let's start off with John Kevin Mew. He said something here that I thought was funny. You know, CoinMarketCap had changed their calculations they're doing their calculations instead of using market cap calculations, they're using liquidity now. And so he makes a very good point. He says, hi CoinMarketCap, since liquidity is the new metric for evaluating digital assets and not market cap like stocks, will you be rebranding to Coin Liquidity Cap? And they actually replied to him, and they said, we'll still be CoinMarketCap always and forever. I guess their brand is too strong now. Then we've got this from Michael at VAL5 Links. He sent me a couple of things, I think. The first one is this, and this is a big, big deal right here, folks. South Korea confirms no income tax on crypto profits. Now, if this is the case, no income tax on crypto profits, you could see a huge amount of buying come out of South Korea. Remember, a lot of people don't remember this, but in 2017, in that bull run, South Korea was one of the main places that it all came from, South Korea, Japan. And that's part of the reason everybody's still mad at CoinMarketCap, is because they're the ones that stopped showing the prices from over that way in their calculations on CoinMarketCap. So, if the people over there, I mean, XRP is bigger in Japan and South Korea and those Asian countries than it is here. If they really don't have to pay taxes on their crypto now, that is a huge thing. Okay, moving along. Now, this is pretty interesting here from Michael at VAL5 Links. To count, Hong Kong has approved 8 digital banks that are nowhere near startups. To be clear, these 8 banks are supported by high-profile individuals, deep pockets, and plenty of marketing. Not to mention China wants them to succeed and offers support. So, since 2013, when I got in this, all we've heard is about how China is going to ban cryptocurrencies and all of this. And now China is literally helping in the setting up of 8 digital banks. Do you see where this is going, folks? Come on. I mean, there are so many things today I'm going to show you where it's like, come on. How much do we have to tell you here? But if you look in here, it says China is slowly being a powerhouse in terms of the young and undeveloped digital economy that is starting to bloom. Now, here's what I wanted to read to you. This I couldn't have said it better myself. As the ticking time bomb of crypto domination over the global financial system starts to beat faster, we have a new heading in terms of adoption that no one would have expected years ago. China is just that, heading, but more specifically Hong Kong, the semi-autonomous city that has been in China's shadow, has emerged to show it came to play in the digital landscape. And it says, to count, Hong Kong has approved 8 digital banks that are nowhere near startups. To be clear, these 8 banks are supported by high-profile individuals, deep pockets, and plenty of marketing. Not to mention China wants them to succeed and offer support to their upcoming digital currency. This is all you need to know right here, folks, but my favorite line out of the whole thing is this right here. As the ticking time bomb of crypto domination over the global financial system starts to beat faster. That right there explains it all to you, folks. These people have been playing, over in China, have been playing shell games for years now. And the fact is, you and I have always been right. crypto is going to dominate everything. And from everything I see out of, and this year, every year everybody is optimistic but this is the first year that I have seen even Ripple come out and say this is going to be the year of digital assets. This is the first time I've seen Ripple this kind of optimistic, but I'm seeing it from other places. We saw it from the CoinField CEO yesterday. You're starting to see these guys say things they normally don't say. Chinu Patel at Chinu Patel 29 sent me this. Now this is older news, but it's like I think Bank XRP just kind of sent it out as a remember this. Visa and PayPal launch instant transfer in Canada. Visa and PayPal launch instant transfer in Canada. Best of in payments today. This is the 2019 most read article of Payments Today about Visa and PayPal. Now, he also sent me this from Brian Melancholy. This is definitely bigger than 28 likes. What Brian Melancholy sent out here is GBI and Ripple, and that's Gold Bullion International. GBI and Ripple make gold easy to send, spend, and trade with XAU balances. Gold Bullion International, or GBI, the world's leading precious metals. Now, this is from August 31st, 2019. But he's showing you what some of these, the screenshot here. This shows Bullion International opening up their XRP wallet, I guess. GBI, and then this is the article from back then, and this is from Ripple. We have been the leaders in combining technology and precious metals. No, that's from GBI. We've been the leaders in combining technology and precious metals, and our integration into Ripple allows us to continue our push into digital currencies by enabling investors to now buy digital physical gold. So I decided to go and look at GBI's website. This is all it shows you on cryptocurrencies right now. GBI has consolidated its crypto aptitudes into GBI Digital in order to provide the software to connect digital currency market makers to custodians and wealth managers, enabling reliable investment in these new asset classes for their underlying customers. So you can see where this is all going, folks. It's pretty obvious. Then there's this from Honda at XRP Mate. Let me make sure I follow this guy. Yep. The Federal Reserve, business and financial institutions may face liquidity challenges with trillions of dollars of capital funds in pre-funded transactional accounts known as Nostro-Vostro accounts used to facilitate cross-border payments. And then we've got this. Synod at CINID sent me this. This came out yesterday, I believe. Yep. Announced the Federal Reserve is hosting a webinar on developments and ongoing challenges in cross-border payments on Monday, January 13th. Register today. This could be very interesting to see what comes out of this. They're wanting to talk about the Federal Reserve, about the ongoing challenges of cross-border payments. They're really not ongoing if you'll just use Ripple technology. Now, since we're coming to the end of the year, Brian Melancholy had tweeted this out. He goes, I mean, come on. And he's tweeting this out. This is an older thing. When was this from? I think somebody must have retweeted this more or less. This was from earlier this year. It's one of the most interesting videos that we've seen all year. And it's from a guy who's a senior minister with the chairman of the Group of 30. This confirms level playing field, Ripple freeing up trillions in Nostro-Vostro accounts. It will enable them to mobilize a lot more private capital. It's all confirmed. Please wake up. And he's talking in here about some deal that all of these countries, and he literally names almost every country that we have seen Ripple going and meeting with and working with, and behind the scenes we have documented them going to these places to meet with central bankers and da-da-da-da-da. But this video is short. It's 47 seconds, but if you want something to excite you going into the new year, go watch this video. And it's at XRP Lite if you want to go watch it. And then Camo Ammo at Rocky Carter Inc. sent me this from XRP Researcher. Cross-border payments going to rise to $30 trillion by 2022. XRP, the world needs you. And then this is what he's tweeting out. Cross-border payments witnessing rapid expansion. Cross-border payments are set to continue to expand at a rapid pace. One key driver is growing international trade, not only in goods, but now increasingly in advanced services, including e-commerce and digital services, such as Airbnb, Uber, Meanwhile, demand from foreign investment flows remains substantial, along with workers' remittances bolstered both by greater volume of migration and migrant incomes. Furthermore, retail as well as corporate transactions are driving overall value of cross-border payments to rise from $22 trillion in 2016 to $30 trillion in 2022. How about that? And then there's this from the Crypto D. He sent me this from XRP Buddha. You remember the quadrillion dollars in derivatives from DTCC? I do. I've told you for a long time, when the history books are written, you're going to hear about R3, DTCC, PolySign. I'll say that the right way. PolySign. And then SBI, of course. Those four things, just remember those names. Remember those company names. This is what he's tweeting here is welcome advisor Don. This is an older thing. This is from 2015. Ripple Labs is pleased to announce Donald Donahue, president and CEO of Miranda Partners LLC and former CEO of the DTCC, has joined us as an advisor to the company. Okay, and then they show you. This is from DTCC FinTech Symposium 2018. And they've got Ripple on their little wheel of different things. Not a coincidence, folks, not a coincidence. Now, before I give this, I'll go ahead and give this guy, he wanted to be the official nobody of the Digital Asset Investor channel. And so it is. He's at My Name Is Nobody. So he is now the official nobody of the Digital Asset Investor channel. I want to finish, today is New Year's Eve, and I wanted to many of you have not had a good 2019, but this one is for not just for you young people, it's also for you old people, because I always like to put things in perspective, because no matter how bad, and I'm not just talking about digital assets, many of us, we get kicked all the time, and no matter how bad you get kicked, or no matter how bad you get knocked to the ground, what's important is that you get up. So let's look at a few people in life who have gotten up. And if they had not gotten up, you would not know them the way you know them today. First, I'd like to show you Abraham Lincoln. Here's his list of famous failures. 1832, lost job. 1832, defeated for legislator. 1833, failed in business. 1834, elected the legislator. 1835, sweetheart Anne Rutledge died. 1836, had a nervous breakdown. 1838, defeated for Speaker. 1843, defeated for nomination for Congress. 1846, elected to Congress. 1848, lost renomination. 1849, rejected for land officer. 1854, defeated for Senate. 1856, defeated for nomination for Vice President. 1858, again defeated for Senate. 1860, elected President. President Abraham Lincoln. The question that you all need to ask yourselves, it might be the most important question you ever ask yourself and reflect on, and that is, if you had been Abraham Lincoln, at what point in here would you have quit? Because 99.9% of the population would have quit at somewhere in here before this ever happened, which made him one of the greatest presidents in the history of the world, not just the United States. So, ask yourself as you go into the new year, or let me say this a better way, make up your mind that from this point forward, you will not be a person that would quit in any of these scenarios, because that will dictates whether your life is a success or a failure. Trust me on that. Don't just take my word for it. Don't just take Abraham Lincoln's. Let's look at a few more. Well, this is Abraham Lincoln. These are famous failures. Here's Einstein. He did not speak until he was 4 years old. His parents thought he was subnormal. He was expelled from school, and his teachers described him as mentally slow. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team for a lack of skill. Bill Gates was a Harvard University dropout, and his first business, Trafo Data, was a failure. Thomas Edison's teachers told him he was stupid, too stupid to learn anything. At 30 years old, this is Steve Jobs, he was left devastated and depressed after being unceremoniously removed from the company he started. And then they had to beg him to come back, more or less. Oprah Winfrey, she had a rough and abusive childhood and was fired from her job as a reporter because she was unfit for TV. This is the Beatles, rejected by Decca Recording Studios, who said, "We don't like their sound. They have no future in show business." Let's go to this one. Walt Disney, fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no original ideas. Henry Ford was a failure at 3 businesses before finally succeeding with Ford Motor Company at age 53. Colonel Harlan David Sanders, KFC, couldn't sell his chicken. More than 1,000 restaurants rejected him. Went on to create KFC. Stephen King's first book, Carrie, was rejected 30 times. He proceeded to throw it in the trash. Soichiro Honda was passed over for an engineering job at Toyota and left unemployed and went on to create Honda. J.K. Rowling, who did Harry Potter, was unemployed, divorced, and raising a daughter on Social Security while writing the first Harry Potter novel. Her novel, Harry Potter, was rejected by 12 publishing houses, and now I think she's the most successful publisher in the entire world. I'm a digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that failures are not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Want to fail because you'll learn from it, but only want to fail because you know that you won't quit. Thank you for listening.